From the award-winning producer, Shaking Egg Kurdi's Biafrans Gold Talent exclusive.
Fortunately to Ratu, Kempoa, if any need to Ratu, what can I go to pay to them? I get to see a vote to Nabao, Kureka, Ilaria. If I can do, Kapwa, they do. Fortunately to Ratu, Kempoa, Really to Ratu, what can I go for you to Tago, or for you to Tago, but for you to Tago. Iye kanebe, kakwa nebe o. Iye kanebe o, kakwa nebe. Iye kanebe o, kakwa nebe. Iye kanebe o, kakwa nebe o. Iye kanebe o, kakwa nebe o. Na loni Biafra, I see no election no. After election, hey, we take their deception no. Upon deception, I see no recession no. Baby, I need to see no vote to anticipate. So election no vote to Yamara take him out. One eleven to Naya, no so fuego. Getting a game, what was their parado? If I am to party, no, I'm a Mosela now, the Obuna, Umunemo, Ulequela, Ulequela, Mekayo Musianike.
Iyakoko anamalansiwa atumatubatunaga bikwewo sigwa ebenina anizikwewa
Iye kanebe apanebe Iye kanebe apanebe Asimi iye kanebe apanebe Iye kanebe apanebe Na loni Biafra, I see no election no. After election, hey, we take their deception no. Upon deception, I see no recession no. Baby, I need to see no vote no. Anticipate. So election no vote no. Yamara take him out. One eleven to Naya, no so fuego. Getting a game, what was their parado? If I am to party, no, you want to go Monday. Alile kwenu mwenwene Nime sokoto Ifulu na chana sokoto Munne muna odi na shokoto Chukwu abia magozela ye na odi obuna Umunne mu Ulekwela Mweka yo musianike
Iyakoko anamalansiwa
Welcome. Thank you for joining. Share the broadcast as you join. Share on your platform. Share any place you belong.
Iye kanebe o, apanebe. Iye kanebe o, apanebe. Asimi iye kanebe o, apanebe.
Welcome.
From Azikiwe to University to Zogo, it was their desire to make Nigeria a better place for everybody that got us into this mess that led to the Asaba massacre. In the process of this struggle.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Please, as you join, like and share. As you join, like and share, connect so that we can be able to start up this program and reach out to everybody. I appreciate you as you're joining. And as usual, let us listen to our national anthem while we proceed. Thank you for joining this program. I appreciate you so much for joining us on singing the national anthem. And as usual, you know, we don't do anything without prayers because prayer is the key. And our Supreme Mazen Nandekano laid the foundation of prayer for us. So we are going to hear the prayer of Mazen Nandekano before we start our program as usual.
That heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth, to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children, the Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Bigebi. He said,
Welcome, 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 fellow Biafrans. I appreciate every one of you that have joined on this very broadcast today. I thank you so much, and I appreciate you for joining this very broadcast to send out the message and continue to preach the gospel of Biafra. I appreciate you as you have joined any place you are joining from. Uzamaka Nicholas, thank you so much for joining. Uzamaka Nicholas, I appreciate you. As you are joining, please like and share. Like and share, very important, so that we can be able to reach to many people. Fellow Biafrans, I'm very sorry that I've not been able to broadcast for some few days. I've not been able to come on Facebook, on YouTube to broadcast. I've not been able to come online to broadcast because of certain issues. I couldn't be able to broadcast. But I thank Chukwu Okike today. Here am I, speaking to my fellow Biafrans as usual. Remember, we stand on a platform autopiloted by Chukwu Okike himself, under the spokesmanship of Mazi Simon Ekpa and Olejun Mazi. That is where I stand. Speaking the truth, only the truth always. It doesn't matter what any other person believes. It doesn't matter what you think or what you say. I speak out the truth. And that is what I'm about to do again, once again today. Amoku, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. So as we have gathered again, once again, you all know, first of all, before we proceed, that today, you all know that today is a sit at home in Biafra land. Sitting at home in Biafra land, which every one of us have agreed that we will continue to sit at home until Mazen Nandekano is released unconditionally. That is the agreement that every one of us reached. We put our hands together and we agreed on this very agreement. And for more than a year now, going to 2 years, Biafrans has been keeping to that agreement. To sit at home, to let the world know that the kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cannot be tolerated or supported by the Biafran people. The illegal detention of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cannot be tolerated or accepted by the Biafran people. To show the world that we no longer want to be part of the zoo. Biafrans have been sitting at home every Monday for more than a year, getting to 2 years now. And we will continue to do so until Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is released unconditionally. And today, I use this opportunity to thank everybody in Biafra land. Every child, every mother, every father, every sister, every brother that is in Biafra land. I thank every one of you for doing the needful, even in the face of the enemy, in the face of difficulties, in the face of the evil men, with all the attack and all challenges that are coming. Still, you are standing your ground, unmoved. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. The bullet of the enemy will never touch you. Today, it is very clear the stage we are. The gate of hell have been opened. If you don't know, you better pay attention. The stage we are now, it is not a time for you to listen to gossip. It is not a time for you to pay attention to blackmailers. Do not pay attention to them. We are focused on getting into Biafra land. Do not pay attention to the distractors. They are going to use every necessary means to distract you. And every one of you can see it already. The distraction is coming from east, from west, from north, from south. The distraction is going to come from most unexpected areas. It is going to come. But I urge you to stand firm. If you really want your freedom, stand firm. I believe that everybody in this platform watching today needs freedom. Even if you don't need freedom, by the time I finish this broadcast, you will seek freedom and you will cry for freedom. But for those of us here who has keyed into that very pursuit of freedom, do not allow anybody to distract you. You are going to see more distraction. It will continue to come. They will never relent. They will never relent. They have planted people everywhere. They planted people outside and inside. They have bought over so many people, including the most trusted people that have been bought over. That is why today it is every man to himself. It is you, your own time to take your decision. It is my own time to take my decision, who I want to follow, what I want in my life. And I strongly believe that majority of Biafrans, they need freedom and nothing but freedom. And they are speaking out loud and clear. That is why you see the sit at home in Biafra land every Monday very, very open and loud. It is because majority of Biafrans have stood their ground and made their word known that they want out. Because of the resolve of the Biafran people, that is why our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, is standing his ground on a daily basis, giving out the statement that every one of us have agreed. Whatever Master Simon Ekpa says is what Biafran people have agreed. It's not his own word. Don't think that his goal is in a make-up word. No, Biafran people agreement. And if you are a genuine Biafran, you must key in into every statement that Master Simon Ekpa makes. Because it is very important. Very, very important. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama. If I look back in 2022, I can see we did a great work in 2022. In 2022, the auto-piloted IPOB, under the spokesperson of Master Simon Ekpa, did a great job under the leadership of Master Nnamdi Kanu. A lot of revelations were made. A lot of cans were opened. So many secret books were opened. And today, we can raise our head up and look the enemy right in his face and call him what he or she is. We know those who are the enemies. We know those who are with us and those who are not with us. They can't hide anymore. They have hidden themselves for a very, very long time. But thanks to Chukwu Okike Abiama that finally today, they can no longer hide. Here are we. They can't hide anymore. And Biafran people have known them by their names. Some of them who are hiding under keyboard, typing and writing trash, they have been exposed. You know them. So today, no Biafran has a reason not to fight for his freedom. You don't have no excuse anymore. There is no excuse anybody can give anywhere that this is the reason why you will not pursue your freedom. Except for those of them who are only pursuing their selfish interests and their evil agenda. Except for the fraudulent people who are trying to keep the status quo so that they can continue to defraud people. They want to keep the status quo so that they can continue to cover their evil art. They feel that it's only in fraud that they can be relevant, and they want to maintain that very standard. And they try to push us into it to legitimize that evil. And we say no. And that word that we spoke, we stand on it. Every sound we are taking today was announced by our leader, Mazen Nandekano. Every single stance the autopiloted IPOB is taking today was announced earlier than now by our leader, Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano. Mazen Nandekano told us of no election. That no election in Biafra land. We cannot be part of it. He went ahead to lay a curse on any Biafran that made any move of election. And he said, by the time they are conducting their election, we would have long gone. And Master Samuel Ekpa came out and gave us the mandate. The blueprint, he read it for us. And gave a date. And we are doing our countdown. 30-something days to go. We are counting down on daily basis. Unstoppable. Regardless their propaganda, their blackmail, who cares? And if you don't know that what we are doing is having effect, that means you're not paying attention. Every single action the autopiloted IPOB under the spokesmanship of Mazi Simon Ekpa and on leadership of Mazi Nandekano is taking, all those actions are having effect today. Every one of them is having effect. We can see it. The zoo confess about it. They act towards it. They respond to whatever we do. That is why we woke up and see their latest move. They call it mock election. That they want to conduct mock election on the 6th of next month. And as they want to test the waters through their mock election, of course, we are going to give them a taste of what they're going to see. That was why the Biafran people came out and announced 6th of next month as a sit at home. Total lockdown, not just a sit at home, total lockdown in Biafra land. That is the choice of the Biafran people. Announced by our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa. That 6th of next month is going to be a total lockdown. Please, reach out to your family, reach out to your friends, reach out to your well-wishers. Give them this video. Let them watch. It is not a joke. The Zoological Republic want to test the waters on the 6th. And you know what they do? The enemy have always come to kill, to steal, and to destroy, and nothing more. And we are here to keep you informed and make sure you are safe. The only thing we need from you is your attention. The only thing we need from you is your listening ear for your own safety. On the coming month, 6th, February 6th, stay indoor. It's a total lockdown. Leave the streets for our men and those of them who they want to send. They are bragging about it. They are planning their evil. What our responsibility is to make sure you are not taken unawares. That is the responsibility that have fallen on our shoulders, to make sure that no Biafran is taken unawares. Information is key. That is why you see all the autopiloted platform coming online on daily basis. We go online on our Facebook, go online on our Twitter, go online on YouTube. We are everywhere. Making sure you get the right information. You must pay attention. Pay attention. They have drawn their map already on what they're going to do. We have seen some steps they have taken. You saw the people who were sacked from IPOB. The Department of Sabotage that were sacked, completely sacked. They are trying to regain relevance. They know that no Biafra is paying attention to them. Nobody is listening to all their garbage. Nobody pays attention. And they came up with another propaganda. These are people who think that the struggle is about propaganda and lies. You cannot achieve anything by propaganda alone. The time for propaganda is gone and gone. Long, long time ago. But they are still dwelling in the past. They are still dwelling in the past. Time has gone when you just come online and make a noise and say anything you like you say and you go back home and sleep. No. For every single thing you say today, you must have to bring a proof and evidence. For everything you tell Biafrans today, you must point hand to the evidence of what you're saying. You don't just wake up in your dream and tell us what you dreamt about. It is only you that went to that dream. We didn't go with you. So keep your dream to yourself. They came and told us that our Supreme Mazen Nandekana was poisonous. And they thought we are fools. But Biafrans are smart. The autopiloted IPOB, before we are 1,000 miles ahead of every plan they're going to be. Before they get there, we're already there. They want to push the Biafrans out and expose them to danger. They want Biafrans to get into engagement prematurely. They want to destroy the life of the Biafran people as they have always done. And they want to woo Biafrans into coming out to begin to engage on unlawful acts that will not yield them any fruit. Every single action the autopiloted IPOB takes definitely yields a fruit. It points at something. We don't just come out and put an action or put a word without looking critically into it and weigh what is going to be the advantage and disadvantage. Just like each time you hear us call for sit at home. After the sit at home, if you don't see the result or why we called for sit at home, you don't see it before the sit at home. After the sit at home, you begin to see the result. Why the sit at home was put in place. You begin to see it. And today, it is happening. They came out to tell you lies so that you can come out of anger. They know that every single one of us have a soft spot for Mazen Nandekano. Mazen Nandekano has built a name for himself. Mazen Nandekano has earned respect from everybody. Not only Biafrans, everybody in the zoo. Not only just Biafrans. In the world at large, he earned his respect. He didn't demand for it. He didn't fight for it. He earned it from people. That is why today, whenever you mention his name, people have a soft spot for that name. And those departments of Sabotage think they can cash in on that name and tell us that Mazen Nandekano is this and is that. And they declare war. Laughable. And we are watching to see what they're going to do. They declared war. With their dead man squad, nothing happened. And of course, you know that Mazen Nandekano, what the message they brought about Nandekano is false. Because the autopiloted IPOB, the Biafrans, they know what Mazen Nandekano will say. And we know the people who will speak if Mazen Nandekano has a problem. There are people who we know will speak. And once they come out and speak, we know that something is wrong. And we are waiting. And all of a sudden, we hear that somebody was forced to say what he or she said. Somebody was forced to write what he or she wrote. Mazen Nandekano said, they are going to bribe many of you. They are going to bribe many of you. They will give you mansions. They will give you money. They will give you any platform you want. But it doesn't matter how many of you it is bought over. Biafra will definitely come. It will come. We have our freedom. Our freedom will definitely come. No matter what you think, no matter what you do, it doesn't matter whether you fight for Biafra or you don't fight for it. It is a divine mandate from Chukwu Kukabiyama, and it must surely come to pass. They push that lie, and they forgot that the struggle today is autopiloted, and Chukwu Kukabiyama is visiting the heart of every genuine Biafrans, letting them know what is right and what is wrong. I can bet you that every genuine Biafran is visited by Chukwu Okabiam, and they had information of what is wrong and what is right. We kept silent and we were watching them. After their noise making, they went back. And we woke up and we heard about the mock election. Mock election. That again shows you that they are getting the message from the Biafran people. It is only because of the autopiloted IPOB, the Biafran people, that you see them talking about testing the waters before the election. They want to test the water, but there's no problem. We are waiting. Biafrans have already taken their decision that that day is going to be a total lockdown. And then you allow the angels to guide you. They don't know what is coming. You cannot stop a moving train. Our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, standing firm and standing strong. It doesn't matter what you do to him or attack him. He's going to come back with a full fire. Master Simon Ekpa is going to come back with a full fire. No matter the attack you bring, no matter your blackmail, you have fought and fought and fought. And yet, there's no way forward for you. You don't want to give up. You are still dragging. You are still trying to look for where to hold your hands. But I tell you, you will never succeed. Quit trying. Biafra is divine. Biafra is not just the project of the Biafran people. It's not just the project of Mazen Nandekano or project of Mazen Samanepa. It is the project of Chukwu Okabiam to restore sanity to his own nation, a place where he will be worshipped in truth and in spirit. That is why Biafra must come. Not because of man, but because of Chukwu Okabiam. Biafra will definitely come. Not because of what you do or what I do. Because Chukwu Okabiam has mandated it. All we are doing today is to play our own role. All we are doing today is to key in into that prophecy, to tap into that very prophecy and that blessing of being part of those who will make the last miracle of the planet Earth to happen. It is drawing very close. It is drawing very close. And it must definitely happen. Don't get distracted. Do not allow anybody to distract you with any blackmail, any propaganda, whatever. Don't. Just pay attention to the time that we are in. We are in the time of war. It is not a time of celebration. We are absolutely in the time of war. A time that everybody must have to rise up. Any place you are, you must have to rise up and defend your land. This call has been made for a very long time by our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano. He made that call for everybody to rise up. He made that call long time ago for people to rise up. People didn't take him serious. Just like when Noah was preparing the ark. While Noah was getting the ark ready, people were laughing at him. Where are you going to use this heavy ark? Where are you going to put this ark? Are you not wasting your time? What do you think you are doing? Are you not insane? That was what they told Mazen Nandekano when he was warning them about today. He was warning the Biafran people about today. They called him names. They called him scam. They called him warmonger. They called him troublemaker. He told them, get your people prepared before it is too late. They never took him serious. This same World Igbo Congress today never took Mazen Nandekano serious. They called him names. The very first approach he made, they called him names. Until when they saw that Mazen Nandekano is not backing down. Mazen Nandekano ignored them and continued on his own path. When they saw that Mazen Nandekano has made great success, when they saw that Mazen Nandekano is more than genuine and Chukwu Okabiam is standing by him, they pretended to fall in line and they came. I call it pretense because today it is clear. Then we thought it was a genuine alignment. We thought it was genuine alliance that they came from. But after the kingdom of Mazen Nandekano, it has become very clear that it was all pretense. They were part of those who were coming to get information for the Janjaweed. Absolutely. The World Igbo Congress was part of those who were coming to get information for the Janjaweed. Mazen Nandekano did everything he could do to protect Biafra. But the sabotage was so much that you don't even know whom to trust. That was why Mazen Nandekano in one of his broadcasts said that The only person he is sure that he'll be fighting for Biafra tomorrow, next tomorrow, and the next day is himself. That he can't vouch for any other person around him. That they will still continue to fight for Biafra tomorrow. And that is what you see today. Today you are with somebody as a comrade, you are talking, discussing Biafra as a comrade. The next few minutes, he becomes a different thing altogether. The next few minutes, he wants you dead. This is what we have continued to see. But will that deter us? It's not going to deter us. The lights will always cover the darkness. Light will always win the darkness. It doesn't matter how small the light is. Put it in a dark place, the light will come. And people will see. That is where we are today. So don't allow anybody to distract you. Don't allow anybody to distract you. We are going home in 2023. Our demand is simple. Referendum. Self-determination through referendum. That's our demand. Conduct the referendum peacefully. If at the end of the referendum Biafra loses, no problem, we stay there. But if at the end of the Biafra people win, we are good to go. You can't stop us. Self-determination is the right of every human being, and we must have to take that right now, not tomorrow. Now, every Biafran, you must have to be security conscious. They have opened a flank in Biafra land today. In Biafra land today, the engagement is going on. We are engaging them. They can't talk about it. They can't tell you what they see. They are too ashamed and too shy to tell the world what they are facing. But that is why the time that we choose is very important. Since they have failed and refused to speak about what is happening to the world is going to come to the zoo to see for themselves what is happening. The world is going to come to the zoo to see what is happening. We are going to force them to report the true story. We will force them to report the true story and let the world know the exact thing that is happening. That is why we are autopiloted IPOB. You cannot buy all you are. You can't deceive us. You can't cajole us. You cannot try to teach us that which is not right. We know our lefts and the rights. We make inquiries. We verify. We digest word. We go into history to know that which is right. And that we will continue to do. Do not allow anybody to deceive you. Deceivers will come. Are they going to come? Of course they will come. In good numbers. And don't think they're going to come like devil with a horn. No. They are not going to come like the devil with a horn and tail. No. They are going to come like angels to deceive you. They will come like guardian angels to deceive you. Don't be surprised. Some of them are still in the autopilot. Some of them are still there. But they will be fished out in due time. Because in this very regime, in this time that Chukwukama is in charge, you cannot hide anywhere. There's no place to hide. If you're not genuine, you'll be exposed. There's no place to hide. It doesn't matter how relevant you try to make yourself. It doesn't matter the kind of role you think you play. It doesn't matter how connected you think you are. As long as you are not genuine, you'll be vomited out. The land of Biafra will vomit you wherever you are. Either home or abroad. The land of Biafra will vomit you. We are good to go. Please, as you join this platform, kindly like and share. It is very important. In as much as we didn't come on live broadcast for the past 2 days, but still, by your liking and sharing, so many people will be alerted. When you like and you share, you are giving alert to other people to join us, because at this period in time, every information is important. We must have to reach everybody. We have no time. There's no more time left. There's no more time left. Everybody must be reached, so that we can be able to say, yes, we have done our part. And for those who will refuse to follow the step or to follow the way to their freedom, There's no problem. Whatever they see, they take. You can take a horse to the river, but you can't force it to drink the water. If anybody have chosen that path of destruction, so be it for him or her. The one Nigeria will definitely happen to them. And they should pray that when it happens to them, they will be alive to tell the story. Because many who want Nigeria happens to never stay alive to tell the story, what they see or what they saw. They won't. Every one of you that is watching, don't allow anybody to distract you or deceive you. Do not. Do not allow anybody, any information you did not hear from Mazi Simon Epa platform or all the autopiloted platform, any information you didn't hear there, disregard it. Disregard. It doesn't matter who says it. Disregard it. Any information you didn't hear from Mazi Simon Epa and other autopiloted platform, disregard it. Don't pay attention to it. It's just entertaining them. They are just entertaining themselves, trying to make themselves relevant. There is nothing they can do. Of course, it is time for referendum. The appointed time for referendum is now, not tomorrow. And that is why we are doing what we are doing, speaking loud. And I bet you they are getting the message and there's no place to hide. They are getting the message. That is why they are doing what they are doing today. That is why they are doing what they are doing. That is why they cannot stop. They cannot stop acting funny. That is why they cannot stop telling you lies. That is why they are agitated. That is why you see what is happening in Biafra land. That is why they have allowed their home to be taken over by terrorists. Their place has been taken over completely. You're welcome, my beloved sister Diana. Thank you for joining. The whole northern state have been taken over by the terrorists. They don't care. Their focus is Biafra. The children of Chukwu that want to have their freedom. They don't want us to have our freedom. And they are fighting on different fronts. They are fighting with all their strength, with all their energy to make sure that we do not get our freedom. Are you going to allow them? Will you allow them? Of course, we will not allow any idiot to thwart our freedom. Our freedom is not for sale. Our freedom is not for sale, and we are not here for fun. We are pursuing that which is right, and we will continue to pursue it until we get justice. They have massacred us enough. They have killed us enough, and we will not continue. Biafrans, the time is now. The gate of war has been opened. The gateway has been opened. And it doesn't matter whether you believe it or you don't believe it. All you need to do today is to pay attention to events. Then you begin to understand better. If you do not pay attention to events, you'll be caught up in it. The end of days has come. The end of days is drawing very, very near. How prepared are you? The question I asked before, I'm asking again. The end of days is very, very near. Very, very close. Every Biafran must begin to prepare. They started a long time from economic war. The plan of the jihad against the Biafran people is not an easy one. They started with economical sanction. They destroy our farms, destroy our economic crops, made sure we didn't have it. They came to our shops, they burned it down. They tell us it's tanker explosion. They use tanker explosion, destroy properties, destroy lives, and destroy businesses. And as if that is not enough, now they are attacking our money. Now they want to make sure they take away every cash in our hands for their own selfish interests. And some people are still playing around, think it's about politics. Their change of money has nothing to do with politics. It is because of what you are doing as a Biafran. That is why you are seeing that policy. To make sure that we don't have cash in our hand. To make sure they hold our cash so that if anything happens, they will share it among themselves. They will not give us 20 pounds as before. But in this time, it will not happen because Biafrans are aware. The warning has been coming for very long time, except for those. That is why I say pay attention to every information. Every single thing you hear here is very important. It doesn't matter even if you're frightened, if you don't like it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. I will not tell you a word to like it for you to know. I'm not going to tell you what you like. I tell you the real thing, the truth, and nothing but the truth. That is what I tell you. The truth. And one of the most truth you must have at the back of your mind at all times is that there is war in Biafra land. And the war is on different fronts. Economic war. Economic sabotage. They are coming also on a physical war. Using their terrorist military, using the terrorists itself and the herdsmen against the Biafra people in Biafra land. They are even using our own people who have defeated from the trouble to fight against us. They use our brothers who have sold their soul to the devil to attack us. And they think we can fold our hands and continue to watch them. They think we will continue to fold our hands and watch them flourish and destroy lives. God forbid. We cannot watch this for too long. The time is drawing very, very near. Time is drawing very, very near when all hell will break loose. All hell will break loose. And they will not have a hiding place. No matter how they try, no matter what they do, it doesn't matter the angle they come from, they will never, ever succeed. Biafra will come. My message today is to my fellow Biafran. Please, as you join the platform, like and share. Like and share. I always remind you about this because it is important. We have to carry everybody along. We have to make sure we intensify in this very radical evangelism. Remember, our spokesperson, Master Samuel, said that we should shout if we can, speak louder, make more noise, as they call it, a noise maker. That is why I urge you, as you join, you like and share. It is very, very important. It will help us to reach out to more people. We don't have any other means of communication except the social media, and we don't have control over all these media that we use. They are owned by our enemies, but they have no choice. Even though they try to cage us, they try to limit our audience, we have to try as much as possible to elaborate our bands and make sure that we are not restricted to a particular place. That is why sharing and liking is important to attract other people to join us. So as I was saying, today it is a situation of war in Biafra land. Economic war. And if you are a Biafran and you still have a huge amount of money in Nigerian bank up till now, I don't know where you kept your thought. It means you haven't been listening. If you are a close follower of my program and you still have huge amount of money in the bank in Nigeria, that means you're not following. Because I started talking about that issue from January. From January, I started announcing, January last year, 2022 January. Somebody called me privately and gave me that message that it was a dream, a revelation that was made to him about what is happening today. The attack on cash. That the government will attack the cash, take away the money from the people. That people should keep their money either in foreign currency or keep their money in properties. You can buy properties and keep foreign currency. You can buy cryptocurrency, keep your money as crypto. Those are the best way for you to secure money, not as Naira. Any money you leave in the Nigerian bank is as good as not yours. Any money you leave in Nigerian bank is as good as not your money. This warning have been coming for a very long time, but we are not paying attention. Sometimes when we say something, people think we make it up. Sometimes when you hear warning from our platforms, you think we are making it up. We don't make anything up. So many informations we give out to you are revelations given to people. They deliver it through us. Revelations given to our spokesperson, Master Simon, he passes it on to us and we deliver it. We don't just wake up and begin to make up stories. Everything we say are facts. If you play with it at your own peril, Whatever you see, you take. But as for information, we will continue to give you the information. Make sure everybody is being carried along. That is why you must pay attention to the 6th of next month. 6th, number 6 of next month is a total lockdown in Biafra land. Lockdown, not just sit at home. Lockdown. They want to test the waters, and we are ready to give them a test of that water. Don't try to come and find out what is going to happen on 6th. Just be in your home. Just be at home. We will not stop until we get to Biafra land. If you think that we will stop, sorry. Go and tell the person that sent you that these people are not ready to stop. Except Mazen Nandekano is released today. We respect him so much, our Supreme Mazen Nandekano, we respect him. And we know he knows a lot of things that we don't know. If Mazen Nandekano comes out today, with the trust we have in him, he answers our question and gives us reason why things will change. Of course, there will be a turnaround automatically. If there's nothing that we enjoy, as Mazen Nandekano comes out, gets into his father's house in Afari book, they sit at home, ceases immediately. And people will go back to their businesses, do what they want to do. But as long as they continue to hold Mazen Nandekano, you beat a child and tell him not to cry. They don't know what is coming. They don't know what is coming. Of course, they know that something is coming, but they don't know what is coming. May Chukwu Okukabama save his army. They are trying every means to attack us, bomb us on different angles. So many of us have seen it. They are bombing us, killing our people, taking the life of innocent people in Biafra land. And they want us to fold our hands and continue to watch them. We have crossed that stage. This time of crying and complaining, the crime of lamenting, we have long time outgrown that. We no longer lament. We no longer just cry. We no longer just come out and begin to complain. It is time for action. Biafran people take a decision and they pursue that decision. That was why you saw as Simon Epa came out and said, there will be no more flying of helicopter in Biafra land to bomb Biafra people. It has ended. And when they're there, they saw what happened. And it continues until by February, as we're entering February. When we get to the date, Nigeria will hear from us. When we implement our no-fly zone, Biafrans will defend their borders. And if they think they have a superior firepower, then we will know. Then we will know. Every corpse they have carried from Burundi to come from to Biafra land must also return as a corpse. You cannot stop the freedom of the children of Chukwu. No matter how you try, you better quit trying. But you know we have a stubborn enemy. They will never stop. They have all the money. That is why they can buy your closest friend. They can buy the most trusted people. That's why in the struggle today, you don't trust anybody. Don't trust any man. Don't trust any idiot. Focus on yourself. Make your choice yourself. Do not make a choice because your friend is making a choice. Do not make a choice because your benefactor is making a choice. Don't make a choice because your parents made a choice. No. Make your own choice. It is time for you to stand up for yourself. As long as you're a Biafran living in 2023, it is time to declare your stance. Do you want to be free or not? If you don't want to be free, you're one of those who is trying to play safe in their obedient movement. Good luck for you. Whatever you see. Ciao. If at the end of the day, you are alive to tell the story, you will tell what you have seen. But if you're not allowed to tell the story, you will tell Chukwu Okukabia what you are doing while people were preparing to move into the promised land. All those cowards who are so afraid, they are so afraid that they cannot stand up for themselves and speak the truth. They continue to peddle lies in all angles. They continue to feed you with lies. Some of them, it baffles me, including people who claim to be students of Mazen Nandekano. At every given opportunity, they will pretend. How can How can somebody come out and say that Mazen Nandekano had not made a statement about the 2023 election? Fallacy. And this person will claim to be a follower of Mazen Nandekano. And he will come and tell you that Mazen Nandekano has not made a statement about 2023. You see, for a very long time, I've not been playing video on this very program, but I believe very soon I'm going to start playing videos again. I'm going to start playing videos on my programs so that people can be able to get the message directly. Because so many things I say, people will think that we're making it up. People will know Biafrans. Some of us, we want evidence in everything. But every word I tell you is the truth and nothing but the truth. And there are evidence to prove. Mazen Nandekano have answered the question of 2023 long ago. He said we will not be part of it. It will not happen in Biafra land. And he went ahead to lay a curse on anybody that makes such move. And he asked a question. There was a question he asked them. And I'm going to play that voice. Maybe you can listen to that voice, what Mazen Nandekano asks when they come to this election. Mazen Nandekano reminded them of how they sabotaged themselves in the past. He reminded them of how they sabotaged. When they had the opportunity to produce that president, they sabotaged it. And this is the situation. Mazen Nandekano reminded them. Let me check the video. I play the voice so you can hear the voice of Mazen Nandekano. When he reminded them that when it was your time, when it was time, you had that opportunity. What did you do with that opportunity? You threw it away. Instead, you focus on blackmail and propaganda. You threw it away. Let me play that voice so that you can be able to hear. Some of them pretend that Mazen Nandekano said nothing about 2023.
And those of you, listen carefully. Let me repeat, I must remind those of you clamoring for Igbo presidency that you are wasting your time. IPOB is dedicated to the restoration of Biafra, and no amount of idle gossip or paid advertorial by sycophantic praise singers, should I say inconsequential political errand boys, will detract IPOB from our march to freedom. It doesn't matter how many journalists you pay 4,600 naira to be writing press statement for you. It's inconsequential. We are not being moved. We want Biafra, not presidency. Understand this very clearly. Remember what I said before. It was the pursuit of this. I am an Igbo man. I want to rule Nigeria that got us into the mess we are in today. I have said it before. From Azikiwe to UNC to Zobo, it was their desire to make Nigeria a better place for everybody that got us into this mess that led to the Asaba massacre.
Did you hear it? Did you hear Mazen Nandekano speak? That voice you had, even a child that is not a member of IPOB, hear that voice, you know that is the voice of Mazen Nandekano. Or will you say that I indoctrinated the voice? I still have the videos, which I'm going to play whenever I'm on video, I'm able to show up. I still have the videos. That was the voice of Mazen Nandekano telling about this election. With this kind of word that the supreme leader of IPOB has spoken, yet you see members of IPOB who claim to be working with Mazen Nandekano, this department of Sabotage, they are supporting election. They are supporting Igbo presidency. Openly, today they are waging war against the autopiloted IPOB because we are upholding the word of Mazen Nandekano. The war they are waging against Mazi Simon Ekpa today, the attack that Mazi Simon Ekpa is getting today, is because he's upholding this very statement that Mazi Nandekano said, that IPOB is not for anything called election, not for anything called Igbo presidency. We are for Biafra restoration. Mazi Nandekano said it clear in this audio voice that you had now. And you can agree with me. If you don't agree that that is the voice of Mazen Nandekan, you can equally disagree and say it's not the voice of Mazen Nandekan. Then in my next program, I'm going to play the video for you to see. This is the word of Mazen Nandekan. Can you imagine that the supreme leader of IPOB made this statement? He made it on video. He made it on audio. It is available everywhere. And yet, people who claim to be members of IPOB, supporting IP today, they are promoting election. They are helping the clamp down on the Biafran people. They are taking the life of Biafran people to make sure that the election holds. They came out and they boast of bringing out their 25 hillocks from Abuja. Unbelievable. The same people who claim to be IPOB, the same people who claim to be defending Mazen Nandekano, today, the federal government of the zoo has given them 25 hillocks to come back to the Biafran land and take the life of innocent Biafrans. At the same time, they will come and they will tell you that they are fighting for Biafra. Only a madman will believe them. Only a madman will listen to these idiots. Only an irresponsible fool will pay attention to all these clowns. The statement of Mazen Nandekano about election is not hidden. It is in open. In one of the videos that I have played time and time again, Mazen Nandekano said, any Biafran that will participate in the election of 2023, snake will speak into your eyes. You will see, most of them will get blind in this very election. We'll just watch and see. Watch and see. If you don't want to go blind, if you don't want to be blind, you better pay attention. So many of them are going to get blind in this very election, this very 2023 election that they want to conduct. They will get blind because of it. Don't take the word of Mazen Nandekano for a joke. Every course that Mazen Nandekano have led, go and check. Everybody that Mazen Nandekano have led course, everybody, including countries that he have caused, none of them survived. Today, you look at how the UK is. They are battling. Their economy is shattered with all the money they are stealing and all the resources they are stealing from Biafra land. Still, their economy is shattered. With all they are stealing in Africa, yet their economy is shattered. And they will never recover. When Mazen Nandekano, the anointed one of Chukwu Gagarin, lays curse on you, you are gone and gone for good. You are gone. That is why when I'm telling you that Nigeria has ended, I am not joking about it. It is a reality. Please, I remind you once again, we have about 81 people watching. Please like this video. Go and click like and share. By the time you click like and share, it means you are not stingy with the message. We don't have to be stingy with this freedom. My fellow Biafrans, do not be stingy with the message of freedom. Don't be stingy with it. Spread it. Let people get the message. Let the whole world get it. Let our brothers and sisters hear us. Let people who has not been able to come online get the message and join us. That is why you must click like and share. Click like and share. Click like and share. It is very important. We have to do it in a radical way. Take a minute, click like and share. And if you have not subscribed to this very channel, please subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I come online by the special grace of Chukwu Kabiama. As long as I live, I have breath. Without distraction, I will always be here to talk to Biafran people, regardless what. I have been talking to Biafran people before Mazen Nandekano was kidnapped. I started speaking out for Biafra since 2015, after the kidnapping of Mazen Nandekano. 2015, after the kidnapping of Mazen Nandekano, that was when I started speaking out for Biafra. I began to talk about the issue of Biafra. So I didn't start today. And if you want to know the date when I started making open broadcasts for Biafra, go to my platform for my Facebook. Go to my Facebook account. Go to my Facebook page. If you go to my Facebook page, King David Exploit Expose, you will see when. So no man is going to wake up today to come and stop me, or any woman to come and stop me, or make me say something different from what I'm saying. You cannot. I am doing my own part, that which I know I can do. creating awareness, speaking out so that the world will know the true situation of the Biafran people. We will tell our own story. We won't allow enemies to tell our story. Because as usual, they will always give the dog a bad name to kill it. So it is in our hand to tell our story. That is why you see people speaking out for Biafra. That is why you see genuine people, mainly autopiloted IPOB members, speaking out for Biafra at every given opportunity. They are not doing it to be paid. They are not doing it for any gift. They are doing it willingly, on their own, at their own expense, with their own pain. Some of us who are broadcasting have one problem or the other. We have our own difficulties. So many of us you see coming online to broadcast on a daily basis. It doesn't mean that we don't have problems. We have our own problems to handle in one way or the other. But that doesn't stop us to come around. In the midst of all the problems that we have, we still make out time to come out and speak to Biafrans and speak truth to the world. Let them know the situation of things, because it is about our life. It is a question of life and death. It is not a joking matter. The situation we are now is a situation of life and death. And if nothing is done, if something is not done, it is going to get out of hand. That is why every Biafran must have to stand firm. Stand up and defend that which you believe in. Do not allow anybody to distract you. Do not allow anybody to blackmail you. Do not allow anybody to confuse you. Continue to be consistent in your demand. The only thing that we are asking for: freedom, self-determination, referendum. This is our demand. We are not looking for any form of presidency, any tribal presidency, any religious presidency. We're not part of it. Genuine freedom is what we are asking for. And that we will get in this 2023. In a few days' time. 30-something days more to go. 30-something days more to go. And they're going to hear from us. But as they want to test the water, in the 6th of next month, every Biafra must stand up and pay attention. 6th of next month, they want to test the waters. They call it mock election. For the very first time, I'm hearing that word. If you have heard it before, maybe. If you have heard that thing before, you let us know. Mock election. They want to test the waters. They want to know how prepared we are. We are going to show them how prepared we are on the 6th of next month. And after the 6th, on the next stage, we enter election start. We enter the main stage, which is 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. You are crying for 5 days lockdown. For those of them who are crying for 5 days lockdown, they should wait. By the time February comes to an end, you will know if you will be asking for 1 month lockdown by yourself, or you impose 1 month lockdown to yourself by yourself. By then, nobody will be telling you about lockdown. Nobody will be begging you to lock down. Nobody will tell you what to do. You have been given enough training. Our spokesperson, Master Simon Epa, have given enough training to every one of us through the agreement of the whole Biafrans. We have passed through so many trainings. And in February that we just entered, we are going to showcase what you have learned. It is what you have learned that will keep you safe. It is what you have learned that will keep you alive. It is what you have learned that will make you to be part of those who will raise the flag of Biafra. Every single message you have been hearing since 2022, it is time to implement it. Every single thing, message you have been hearing in 2022, it is time to implement it. Including the message where we have called about Honorable Wanabanoso. I preached a message which I spoke about Honorable Wanabanoso. You have to activate that Honorable Wanabanoso. It is now to activate it. This is the time. The time we are talking about in this month of February. Honorable Wanabanoso. Our spokesman, Samuel, advise people to form a cell group. Call it any name. Call it a security group. Call it whatever. Form small cell group to respond to things when things happen. If there is an accident, if there is an event, if there is an injury, if there is an attack, anyway, you respond in group. And he also told people to be ready to take voluntary actions. You volunteer your house, volunteer your car, volunteer your environment. If you have space in your area, make sure you are ready to accommodate people. We have to open our hands and accommodate each other. Also, that is where we are. The same way we survived in 1967, by holding each other's hand, working hand in hand with one another, supporting each other, sharing the little we have. That is the stage we are going into. Whatever you have in Biafra land, be ready to share with your neighbor, share with your brothers and sisters. Try and get food stuff, stock up food for yourself. We have been shouting about this very broker. I have said that time and time again in most of my broadcasts about people stocking up food for themselves. I have preached about it, I have shouted about it, that people should stock up food for themselves, stock up food for yourself. Stock up food that can last for you for a month. Stock it up. It is very important. All these are measures that you will take to keep you safe and secure, so that when the time comes, you'll not be running helter-skelter. So that when the time comes, you'll not be complaining much. Is it easy? It's not going to be easy. That is the truth. Are we going to stop? We are not going to stop. Are we going to run away? We will not run away. Are we going to fight on? Of course we will fight on until freedom is sure. Is freedom going to come? Definitely, 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 definitely. Freedom is sure. That assurance Chukwu have given, that we will definitely win. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. That is why we remain standing our ground. That is why nobody can distract us. That is why we are following and doing everything we're doing with all strength, with all our strength. With all the propaganda that is coming from East, we are not deterred. You see our spokesperson, Master Simon Epa. I urge you to continue to pray for Master Simon Epa. Any place you are, in every of your prayer points, make sure that you pray for Master Simon Epa. We stand with Master Simon Epa at all times. We stand with him 101%. Every one of us should stand with Master Simon Epa. Continue to pray for him. Continue to pray for him in your little way. In every of your prayers, put him as one of your prayer points. Present him to Chukwu Okike for divine security, for divine protection, for divine healing, for excellent wisdom. Continue to make prayers. It is time for us to hold his hand on. Just as the children of Israel were instructed to hold the hand of Joshua up. To hold the hand of Joshua up, to make sure that hand doesn't get weak. That is what we are supposed to be doing today. Every one of us, we should come together and hold the hand of Master Simon Epa up so that he doesn't come down. He is fighting a strong battle. He is leading a heavy battle. And the enemy are focusing on him. We will not allow them to take him down. And they will never, ever succeed to take him down. They won't. They are trying in vain. But in the midst of our challenges, every one of us should stand up and continue to pray for Master Simon Epa. In every minute of the day that you kneel down, anytime you kneel down, make him as one of your prayer points. Make him one of your prayer points at every given time. Anytime you go on your kneel, pray for Master Simon Epa for divine protection, divine healing, divine wisdom. Pray for him. Pray for him. It is very important. Prayer works. Do not play with prayer. And I see no reason why you will be a Biafran and you joke with prayer. It doesn't matter if you pray traditionally. It doesn't matter if you pray in a Jewish way. It doesn't matter if you pray as a Christian. It doesn't matter if you pray as a Muslim. As long as your prayer is channeled to Chukwu Okike, pray. It is important. The foundation of this very struggle, Biafra Foundation, is led on prayer. In the furnace of prayer, that is where Mazen Nandekan got the vision. And since then, he has maintained the fire on. He maintained the fire on until he handed over to Master Samuel. And Master Samuel have kept the fire on. Master Samuel kept the fire on. We know how Master Samuel started. He started with prayers. He started with prayers. So many of us knew when he was praying on his platform every Sunday, full service. He started with prayer, and even up to today, he uses some quotations in his messages, and that prayer will continue to come. Prayer is one of the key. The difference between us and those of them who claim to be all those fraudulent pastors and GOs, our difference with them is that we don't pray and fold our hands. We pray and we take action. They are two different things. They are two different people. We are not the kind of people that pray. After praying, you fold your hands and you're waiting for Chukwu Okeke to come from heaven and take action. No. After praying, Chukwu Okeke permits you to take action. Go ahead and take action. That is exactly the same thing that Israelites are doing. Do you think that you are loved more than Israel? Do you think that you are loved more than the Israelites? They are the only people that Chukwu Okeke called his own. The Israelites are the only people he mentioned directly and called them his own. But yet, if you go there, they have the greatest weapon you can take on the planet Earth. They don't wait for Chukwu Okeke to throw bomb from heaven. No. They do not wait for Chukwu Okeke to throw armored car from heaven or throw bomb from heaven. No. They go for action. They build any kind of weapon you can think of. They have it. Any kind of weapon, ammunition you want, they have it. It is a military nation. Everybody is involved in the war. In Israel, it is 24 hours alert. Everybody is involved in it, both children, both men and women. That is what Biafra will be. That is what Biafra will be. We will not be like people who pray and wait for Chukwu Okeke to come and fight for them. No, we pray. And once Chukwu Okeke say, go to war, we go. We go fearlessly. We don't want to know the kind of weapon they have. We don't want to know how prepared they are, whatever they are coming with. What is important for us is, have we heard the word? That's the most important thing. Did you hear expressly from Chukwu Okeke? If you have an express order to go, what are you waiting for? That is why Biafrans are very courageous. When you see Master Simon Ekpa speak, he speaks with courage and strength. He doesn't talk like a coward. He doesn't speak like a coward. He speaks and he takes action. That is why you see they are not taking him for a joke. That is why you see each time he speaks, they begin to run helter-skelter. They begin to call embassies. They begin to write petitions. They begin to blackmail. They begin to cajole. They begin to shout. All corners, they turn against him, including the Department of Sabotage, including some who think that they are part of the IPOB. Every one of them will come together and begin to fight one man, because he's the only person that is genuine among all of them. And yet they will turn back and tell you that he has collected money from the caliphate. The same people who are accusing Simon Ekpa of collecting money today, the zoo is going to give them 25 healers in Abuja to go and kill innocent people in Biafra land. The same people who will come and they'll be telling you that Simon Ekpa was paid, Simon Ekpa was bought over, Simon Ekpa was being sponsored by the federal government, Simon Ekpa has collected bribe, Simon Ekpa given 5 million. The same people today who are part of that blackmail, we have caught them now, talking about carrying 25 hillocks from the government in Abuja to go to Biafra land and give to their dead men squad. The unknown gunmen they have been using for a very long time. When we say these are the people, people don't believe it. Today, they are no longer hiding. They want to go now and begin to take the life of innocent people. 25 healers donated to them by the federal government to give unknown gunmen. When we say the federal government of Nigeria is sponsoring terrorists, this is one of it. When we say the government of Nigeria is a terrorist government, this is part of it. This is part of it. Every time you hear them talk about unknown government, unknown government. But these are people. When we say that these are the people, the government is the one sponsoring unknown government, talk about, they have DSS in it, they have police in it, they have army in it, they have their herdsmen in it, they have different kinds of people in it. When we say it, people don't believe. But today, is it not becoming more clear? If the government of Nigeria can provide 25 healers for dead men squad, what else wouldn't they do? If they can give the dead men squad 25 healers, do you know how many healers they have given to the Boko Haram? Do you know how many ammunition they have given to herdsmen? Do you know the supply they have made to the herdsmen? If they can boldly come and make such kind of declaration to a cult group who call themselves unknown gunmen, the Dead Men Squad, if they can do that, what do you think they are doing to their own brothers who they claim is fighting their jihad for them? These are things we talk about, and when we say it, people think it's a joke. And the whole world is watching and seeing it happen. Even during the time of election, the whole world is watching and they're hearing us revealing all these things. These are raw facts, raw, clean facts with evidence. The voice was captured. We have the video of the man. We saw him where he was rejoicing with his crime partner, rejoicing with the fellow criminal. We saw him. But yet, the whole world is silent. It doesn't matter because it's about the life of a Biafran. They don't care because it's about a Biafran person. They don't care. Who gave a damn? But as they don't care about us, what about us? I ask you, Biafran people. They don't want you. Are you still going to hate yourself? But obvious, you see that we have a lot of criminals, people that have been indoctrinated by the evil in the zoo. Some of them have been so indoctrinated that they cannot be able to survive in a civil environment. They cannot be able to survive in a sound environment where things are done orderly. They cannot survive in a lawful environment. That is why you see they are bent on keeping the status quo, to maintain that unlawful environment where they will strive, where they will have relevance, where people will be seeing them as Lord, where people can be respecting them, be afraid of them. And that is why you see this group of people. Many of them, majority of them are Biafrans. They are Biafrans, but they would never, ever open their mouth and confess Biafra. They will never. Instead, they will sponsor the fight against Biafra and swear that Biafra will never come. So many of them. But that oath they have taken, every one of them who have taken that oath and say, over their dead body will Biafra come. Their death is near. And I bet you they will give account to Chukwu Kabiam. And they will be held responsible for their blood. Their blood will not be found in the hand of the Biafran people. Not at all. Their blood will be on their own head. Because they chose that path for themselves. We didn't choose it for them. So many of them have chosen the path of destruction. So many of them have chosen the evil path. So many of them have chosen the path of condemnation because of the fear of the unknown. Because of evil heart. You see, this is more reason why we must leave the zoo by all means possible. If we don't leave the zoo, a time will come when it will be difficult for you to find a Biafra that is still sound. Mark it. If we do not leave the zoo now, a time will come when you cannot find a Biafra that is sound, a Biafra that will be bold enough to ask questions, a Biafra that will be able to stand for his own people and speak. We must make use of this opportunity that we have. Chukwu Okikabima have given us the light. Our Supreme Damazen Nandekano laid a strong foundation to our freedom before his kidnap. And even at the kidnap, Mazen Nandekano handed over the torch to our spokesperson, Mazen Simon Epa. And Mazen Simon Epa is holding that torch. They are hitting him right, left, and center, trying to make sure that they destroy him, trying to make sure that he gets weak. But every one of us, as I told you, we continue to. They have started the attack. That is what we see most time when we are broadcasting. When they see that we are trying to hit the crowd, when they say that we are trying to progress in the message, they will bring their attack. You begin to see distractions from all corners. But I tell you, I thank Chukwu Okikabiyama today. He has given us the grace to pass the message. And Biafran people have gotten the message. I urge you that have been part of this message, share it. If you are part of this, make one of us get to one person. Anybody in this platform, make sure you share this message to one person. Share to one person. You like and share to one person. Like and share to one person. It is a radical evangelism. We are still on it. It is not stopping until Biafra comes. Until Biafra comes, every one of us Make sure you share to one person, including myself. I share. The platform is for Biafran people. Autopiloted by Chukwu Okeke himself. The only thing I do is to deliver the message according to my strength. According to the little wisdom Chukwu Okeke gave me, I deliver the message. And it is the duty of Chukwu Okeke to breathe in it and make you understand. I don't know it all. I communicate in the language that I understand. I communicate with the better way that I understand. And Chukwu Okeke will breathe into the world for people to be able to understand what I'm saying. It is not Uhuru yet until we get into Biafra land. You must stand up and defend your land. And the time is now. Biafra land must be defended. Remember, that is our resolve. Every one of us as Biafra, we have resolved to defend Biafra land by all means possible. And that resolution is cast in stone, said by Mazen Nandekan. May Chukwu Okeke continue to guide and protect every one of you that have been patient with me until this minute. I appreciate you so much. I didn't broadcast for the past 2 days. I never knew I'm going to have this good number of people watching, but I thank you. If you are part of this program and you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please, I beg you, subscribe and click the notification bell so that whenever I come online, you'll be notified and you will join us. Also share. If you're watching from Biafra land, I appreciate you. Special thanks to you for the sit at home that you are doing in the day, even in the difficult time. Against all, you are doing the sit at home. May Chukwu Okeke guide and protect every Biafran in Biafra land. May Chukwu Okeke guide and protect every Biafran person, every Ududua person, every Middle Beltan, everybody that is genuinely fighting for freedom, wherever you are. May Chukwu Okeke guide and protect you and secure you. May Chukwu Okeke continue to guide and protect our ESN, the men on the ground who are fighting day in, day out to see that we have a home. May Chukwu Okeke guide and protect them. All the volunteer force in Biafra that are fighting, the BNL and BNG, may Chukwu Okeke continue to guide them, protect them, secure them, and give them more strength to fight on until we get to that promised land. May Chukwu Okeke continue to guide and protect all our media warriors. Guide and protect all the Umuada who are doing marvelous work. May Chukwu Okeke guide and protect them, secure them, and strengthen them. May Chukwu Okeke continue to guide and protect our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who is facing the challenges that is coming, who is in the war front, taking the bullet for every one of us. May Chukwu Okeke guide and protect him, build a wall of fire around him. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Simon Ekpa shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Simon Ekpa shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Simon Ekpa shall prosper. We commit our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, into the hand of Chukwu Okeke for him to guide him, protect him, and secure him. May Chukwu Okeke cover Mazen Nandekano with his canopy. No evil shall befall him. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazen Nandekano shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazen Nandekano shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazen Nandekano shall prosper. I appreciate every one of you that have joined me on this very program of this minute. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for connecting. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okeke. Thank you so much and stay safe. Bye-bye.